I called Morinda. Well, I called Morinda. I called Morinda on the hotline. I told them what I need. They're gonna send me some Noni satisfaction guarantee.
Hello and welcome. My name is Rod Alfred. Now, have you ever really heard about Morinda? Let me tell you a little story. Back in 1998, my wife Melanie and I had 5 young children. We had a large mortgage on the house. In fact, our mortgage was getting bigger all the time. We were at that stage where you're paying off and nothing seems to happen. Now, interest rates were very high and we were very busy, as you might imagine. Now, I was working as a land surveyor, which involved battling the traffic, doing hot, dusty work in the field most days, and often working in the evenings on calculations and plan drawing. Now, my wife would always sneeze when I came in the door. I guess the dust from my clothing would set her off with her allergies. Now, my wife was doing whatever she could during school hours, while some of the kids were at school, to try and supplement our income. Now, we'd been trying several business pursuits for many years as a means of getting ahead and finding a way for my wife to stay home with the children. We totaled up everything we had tried at one stage, and it came to about 13 different ventures before Morinda came along. Now, all this while having 5 children in a close 7-year period. Now, this was tough on my wife, and her health suffered. It was not wonderful, so we were struggling along like most people do. Now, as a result of our business attempts, we had acquired a $45,000 business debt, which hung over our heads along with the mortgage. So money was tight and we were driving a crappy old van that embarrassed both us and the children. Don't drop us at the school gate, they would say, as the suspension creaked so loudly they didn't want their friends to hear it. Now, the exhaust was also a worry, especially when we passed a policeman directing traffic. He was covered in a cloud of blue smoke and gasping for breath. Now, into our life at this busy time came a phone call from a friend who had moved away some years earlier. Now, they spoke to my wife about a product called Tahitian Noni from a company called Morinda that was new to us, and asked if we would take a look at it. We soon learned Tahitian Noni has tremendous value. Now, I've made a separate message about that little story, but our finances were really tight. Finding a few dollars to join the business and order the product was a challenge to us, so the credit card took a hit. Now, as my wife was home during the day with some of the kids, she decided to start making phone calls and called about 300 people within a few weeks. Say something like, "Do you keep your business options open? If I send you something, would you have a look at it?" Now, after some time, we overcame the usual business challenges. As the product was being used, it was working and doing some amazing things for people. This made it easy for us to tell others. People's wonderful testimonials from using Tahitian Noni was motivation to tell more people. The products Tahitian Noni and now TruH Max build loyal customers because they like the benefits they gain without any bad side effects while having lots of good side effects. I must point out that the people we knew who joined the business were a conduit to people we had not met before. It is said that each person knows between 1,500 to 2,000 people. Now, you can't always remember their name when you want to, but you probably could jot down at least 300 of them. Now, a stranger is not a stranger if someone introduces them to you. That is how this business is built, and lasting friendships and success are created. Now, we started receiving checks in the mail. These days it's electronic transfer. It's not so glamorous as checks, but it's money all the same. In fact, lots of checks. Now, the harder you work in this business by educating more people, the luckier you get. We met with some incredible new people we've never met before, friends of friends, and gained so many lasting friends from the business. This is one of the great benefits of this business. We started seeing money, real money, and started to pay down debt. The $45,000 business debt was soon gone. We paid off the mortgage. Now, that was an amazing day. I never thought that day would come. And the old car was sold off, poor old van, and a luxury car took its place. In that first year of business, we paid $75,000 tax. Now, my wife and I had never earned $75,000 in any one year, let alone paid that much tax. Now, that is success in this business, getting out of debt and then supplementing or replacing your income from your own business. living a debt-free life, all by helping other people. Sometimes people ask how much money have we made, and the true answer is, I don't know yet. But we joined the Millionaires Club in 2006 and we are still being paid for the work we did when we started the business. It's called building a cash flow business. So who is this business for? Now if you've laboured in the workforce for a long time like we did, you are familiar with the long hours, the ordinary pay, the demanding employers that can stress you and make your life difficult. Maybe you have a good job, but the long-term prospects are not that favourable anymore. I hear McDonald's are building a store to be staffed by robots because the staff are pushing for more money. With job uncertainty being a symptom of our modern life, many find the real prospect of being laid off a tough reality. Middle management seems to be the new target group for layoffs. Maybe your superannuation has taken a hit like mine did, or it's just not enough to provide for a healthy retirement long term. This business can help you out of that dilemma. Maybe you are a mother trying to stay home with your young family who could benefit from earning a living while at home. It seems we need to be a dual income family these days just to get by. Now the workplace used to be a secure place, but not anymore. Working at one place long enough to get a gold watch is rare these days. Did you know that heart attacks spike Monday mornings, up 35% on normal? That would suggest that going to work is pretty stressful. Have you ever noticed how your life revolves around your work? You can only go somewhere you need to on a weekend. If you'd like to reclaim your health, your time and your life, this message is definitely for you. So what is our problem? Our problems are twofold. One, maintaining our health, and two, funding our lives. Now the singer Paul Simon famously sang, "Why am I soft in the middle now? The rest of my life is so hard." I won't sing it for you. Have you noticed that there are a lot of soft middles around these days? And so why is life so hard? Well, it's not all your own fault. The deck is stacked against us in many ways. The system we work under is called the 40-40-40 system. It is designed to keep us working for 40 hours a week, for 40 years, and then to retire on 40% of what we struggle to live on now. Now, as bad as that system is, even that system seems to be too generous now. With the looming government funding crisis being talked about lately, it seems that we'll all be working a lot longer than the old 40-year model. Goalposts seem to keep shifting. It seems doing what you've always done doesn't always work in a changing world. What was once affordable, such as housing, seems to keep moving away, especially for young people starting out. So how does your present job stack up in the desirable lifestyle stakes? Your job will keep you very busy. It will involve your keen attention for long periods of time, and your job will keep you stuck in traffic for up to 2 hours a day, just getting to and from your workplace. It will also keep you away from your home and your family for a very long time. Even people with so-called good jobs, like doctors, often lament, "I wish I had the lifestyle of my wife and kids." Your job will keep you away from your children's school, sporting events, musical concerts, and maybe even graduations. Your job will extract a toll on your health also. Things like having a rush breakfast, eating food from snack bars and junk food outlets, or you may be missing meals because you're just too busy. Stress is a constant factor when working for others also. There's always an expectation of more. Just because you did a good job yesterday doesn't mean you can relax today. Another annoyance when in a job is the tax system. Being an employee, you are squarely in the sights of the tax man. There are not many deductions for the average wage earner. The big problem with our traditional job is the linear nature of working for your pay. That is, you do some work, you're paid for that work. If you don't or can't work, then your pay ceases. If you stop working for a week or two, your expenses keep coming, so you fall behind. Working all the time robs you of your life. The best part of your day is out of your control. You're doing it for someone else. Your time to enjoy yourself is limited, and getting some exercise is limited by your busy schedule. You can only work so many hours in a day, and you can only keep that up for so long until something gives. A linear income stream or working a job is honourable, and we do need workers, but to put all your eggs in one basket is a risk. Use your time while working to build a better lifestyle and your own business. I found a short grab from renowned speaker, Mr. Tony Robbins. He's probably the world's best known and most successful business coach. He talks about network marketing, and he's being interviewed by Mr. Eric Worry.
What are your thoughts about network marketing in general? What is your thoughts about the decision that people can make to become entrepreneurs using it?
Well, it's interesting. I'm doing this program right now, and I got a room, a couple thousand people from 44 countries. They're all business owners. Some of them are businesses that are approaching $1 billion. Some of them haven't even started yet, right? They're just picking their business. So it's really variety. And one of my goals in that event is to actually get people to not go in business. And the reason it sounds horrible is someone spends $10,000 to come to an event, and I told them up front, some of you are not made for this, because to run a business requires a certain natural capacity and nature, if you would, besides skills that you learn. And it's the ability to handle risk, it's the ability to handle stress, it's the ability to do a lot of different things, and you have to be able to manage finance. Most people, they have some of those skills, and that's why every year 50% of businesses that start are out of business. You look at over any 5-year period of time, 80% are out of business, and over a 10-year period of time, only 4% make it. Now, make it doesn't mean that they're making any money, right? That just means they're still standing. 96% fail, and after 10 years, you're set, right? No. Look at Lehman Brothers, right? Around for a century. They combined $1 trillion in revenue over that century, and they're gone. So the world, technology changes, products and services changes, it's so competitive. So to really be successful, it's a really unique situation. What's beautiful about network marketing is you get all the benefits of being an owner, but you don't have to be worried about supply chain. You don't have to be worried about accounting, especially in the world we're in today. Network marketing used to be a little bit more different, but today with technology, you can know what's happening in real time. The companies have already set up the software, they know what happens. So it's really picking the right company, and there's a lot of great companies in that area. And it's really realizing that you're really a value creator. If you can go out and add value to other people's lives, if you can just introduce people to a product or a service that a company represents that truly is extraordinary, some products and services can't just be thrown up on Amazon. They need the story to be told. And if you found a product or service of that nature, and you got a company that has a generous schedule of being able to reward you, and then you begin to get leverage where it's not just you, where you multiply your efforts to other people, then you get all the benefits of being a business owner without all the headaches and without the same level of risk. And so I think network marketing's amazing.
We always knew that owning a business was a way to get ahead, but a traditional business was not going to do it for us. So why did we succeed in a home business when we had failed at a traditional business? Because a traditional business is hard and very few succeed at it. About 95% of traditional businesses fail in their first 5 years. To get ahead in life, you really do need to own a business, but you need to own a home business. So what does a home business look like? And what does Morinda offer you? Here are 10 reasons why you should join Morinda. 1. Small startup investment to become an independent product consultant, less than $200. 2. Full training from Morinda's website, which you can use, and from your sponsor. 3. Work from home, hours you want. You can start in 15-minute increments. 4. Tax savings. 5. Residual weekly and monthly income. 6. Seamless worldwide business. 7. Dynamic compression. Pays out 53% every time. 8. The business is willable and saleable. 9. Absolutely no risk. 100% 90-day money-back guarantee on products. 10. Travel opportunities. Incentive trips paid by Morinda. Now, as your business builds, you're doing something positive. You have great life-changing products, unlimited income potential. You enjoy the people you work with, and you're doing something meaningful. Personal growth comes about by sharing and learning 7 new skills. Lots of perks are available, like free travel. International visits become common as your business spreads to other countries seamlessly, and time freedom does come. You can contribute to worthy causes, and all for low risk, low startup costs, some real tax benefits, and all while having a whole lot of fun. Does that sound like your current job? If not, keep listening. So how can you get it? If you'd like to try the products or learn more about the business, just get back to the person who shared this message with you. Remember, Morinda's products work, so they offer a money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying the products. For less than $200, you can have your own business, with a website and training provided, and a sponsor to help you start right. Where else can you start a business with such little risk? and you'll receive a case or 4 bottles of Tahitian Noni Juice and a starter kit for that price. If you have a passion for health and want to succeed in life, be assured we have the tools and experience to partner with you and your desire for a better life. If the idea of becoming an independent product consultant with Morinda and a home-based business entrepreneur appeals to you, be assured we can help you succeed in the Morinda business. If you can share a copy of this message and follow a few basic daily actions, your efforts can build your lasting business. Let me ask you a question. What do you think would give you the best chance to move to the top 10% of incomes? The answer is to become an entrepreneur, to be your own boss. To quote Mr. Eric Worre, my business and entrepreneuring mentor, nothing is better in the risk versus reward equation than network marketing. And nothing is better than marketing a God-given miracle, and Tahitian Noni and True Age Max are just that. Mr. Worre again says, ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional. Decide to go pro. For it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go and tell the world about Morinda. Drink it for life, share it for a living.
I called Morinda. Well, I called Morinda. I called Morinda on the hotline. I told them what I need. They're gonna send me some noni satisfaction guarantee.